Hey, Mike Scotchko here, and this will be a bumbling, stumbling video that is kind of thinking out loud about the strategies I'm going to employ this year in order to enhance the culture of the classroom. Because when you nail the culture, when you get that vibe in the classroom that students share with you, or the majority of them do, it makes delivering the curriculum that much easier because we have this shared common goal. So, real quickly, it's a combination of this check-in system, which has bonuses, the daily quests, this is how I communicate with the students. Kids start at their own pace. I can't be interrupting the class every day to talk to them because that destroys the momentum that they have, the freedom that they have to be in control of the pace of their learning. And then the weekly quest, which is where they turn in their work. Now let's go back to the beginning. All of these things are date and time locked. So if I try to claim this early bird, I'm locked out because the access is limited to people who are in period one, and this early bird is 5 minutes before the bell. Any 5 minute, that 5 minute window before the bell rings, the on time is 1 minute from the point at which the bell rings until a minute later, and then late is 61 seconds into the period on. So these are locked and only available at those specific times. So this gets the students plugged in right from the moment they log in. And most kids want to claim this early bird. So a little XP and a little rep. Now, over the course of the first semester, how much rep is that? Let's cut over here to the calculator, and it is 16.6. And that is added to this 1. And I should explain, why do we only have 1 rep? Well, we do things, the story of our game is going to be we're outliers. This is an oversimplified version, but we're outliers. Traditional educators and the status quo looks down on us because how can this work? Kids aren't able to self-pace, and you can't give them this type of freedom, and you can't use a rubric like you are. My God, your rubric. Try your best. Don't give up. Learn from your mistakes and play by the rules. That's not professional. You can't do that. Okay, so we start out with 1 reputation because no one believes in us. That's the story. And then we build it up. And so just by checking in early, students have built that 1 up to, well, let's add that 1 reputation there. And we have 17.6. Now, that's over the course of the semester, and that's not very significant. And that's where the daily quests come in. Now, each of these daily quests, just like the store items, are time locked. And let me cut over to, whoops, not there, over here. So you can see there's a location where they sit in that month, and there's a due date. It's due by the end of the day on that day, and it becomes available at 7 a.m. So it's a daily quest that will turn yellow, which means it's available 7 a.m. on this day. And this is where I communicate with the kids. I want to set the tone, the mood for the period, share news, offer hopefully inspirational ideas, and it's a quick little 3 to 5 minute exercise to get them off on the right foot. And I want them to be plugged into it, so this is worth 0.4. So over the course of the period, they will have a chance to earn, the year, 33.2 rep more, which brings us up to 50 over the course of the year. At the end of the period, let's cut back here, back over here. At the end of the period, there's this bonus where students self-assess. And this is where I hold them accountable. If you claim this and you did not try your best, not give up, learn from your mistakes, and play by the rules during the period, you didn't stay engaged the whole time, and you claim this, well, you lose a full rep. Okay, so there has to be a consequence. I hate being a policeman, but I need kids to understand freedom with responsibility. You have to have integrity, and that's the way this system works. So you're building up soft skills as well. Now, over the course of the year, claiming this bonus, we'll cut back over here, we're going to add it's worth the same as the daily quest. So it again is another 33.2 rep. You see, we're up to 84. And then the weekly quests, excuse me, as I promised you, bumbling and stumbling. Each one of these is where the kids turn in their work, reflect on what they did that week, maybe talk about their plans for the rest of the semester or the following week. And it's a reflective piece and evidence of their learning. Now, this is important. So this is worth, in addition to virtual loot, this is worth 1 rep per week. So 18 more, I think you can see where this is going, right? And we're going to add 18 here, and we're up to 102. Now, no one's perfect. How can you expect I want students to be at 100 rep, approximately, the ones who are engaged by the end of the semester. They're going to be absent. They're not going to show up on time every day. Things happen. So that's where the random drops come in. For these weekly quests and the daily quests, the random drops will involve virtual currency and other random things, all the way from, hey, it's a free period, to you get a free Epson print, to an extra restroom pass, or whatever it is, with a diminishing chance to earn the high value items, so that the drop rate always includes at least 1 gold, but it ramps up from there and adds a little extra engagement. What else can happen? So what about rep? How do they earn extra rep? That's where, and I haven't built out the rest of my maps, because the rest of my curriculum is going to follow the reboot camp, which is where I want to load a new operating system into their brains that, the Mac Lab is not a normal classroom. Like I mentioned at the beginning, we're outliers. So that's what reboot camp's all about. And then the rest of the curriculum will follow in maps that will descend and have different skill sets, our curriculum. That's where the random drops don't focus so much on gold, but rather rep, with very low probability of getting, up to 3 rep out of a drop, but high probability of getting a low quantity of rep, 0.05, and then everything in between. So there's a lot of different opportunities for them to get different amounts of rep. Not always guaranteed to push that number up quickly, but it's a balancing act that allows for the acquisition of additional rep that'll help them get to 100. Of course, that means they have to have integrity and have to follow that rubric. Try your best, don't give up, learn from your mistakes, play by the rules. And then the rep modifier, I don't think I mentioned, I did every other time I recorded this video, but at 1%, you get 1% of the loot. So if whatever value of virtual loot is available in each quest, it's affected directly by this modifier. So that keeps the inflation down at the beginning. And students don't really have a need for gold early in this semester, but towards the end of the semester and during the second semester, gold really comes into play. And I don't know if you can tell, I'm kind of excited about this, because I feel like this has the potential to really become the game I've tried to build since I started doing this back in 2011. All right, this has gone on way too long. And if you have any questions, comment, contact me, whatever. And I'm excited about where this is going to go. And I hope it makes a difference for you too. All right, have a great day.